Yo, what's going on, guys? And today, of course, I want to talk about Jaylen Wells. I know we've talked about several guys who could be the steal of the draft, and Jaylen Wells is one of those guys. I actually remember seeing him at the combine, and I spoke with him because there wasn't really many people talking to him, so I wanted to talk to him. And he came out of Washington State, and I was a really big fan of his teammate, Isaac Jones. So I had been watching Isaac Jones film, and that's when I noticed Jaylen Wells. And guys, Jaylen Wells, this guy might be the best shooter in his draft class. Like, when it's all said and done, this guy might be the best one. Absolute sniper. Memphis has got a good one in Jaylen. Now, what do I mean by this? Well, if you guys have been living under a rock or not, last night, 20 points for our big dog, Jaylen. This is a guy that I swear with every game that passes, he's getting more and more minutes. And rightfully so. I mean, he's the type of guy that I would say is definitely going to continue to have an impact. Like, man, when he's 21 and he's actually a lot bigger than I'd give him credit. He's like 6'7". And I thought this was a guy coming into the NBA that was going to be able to be an immediate contributor due to that three-point shot, which he's showing. And in this game against the Lakers, it was a decisive one in terms of their wins. They won by like 17. But if you thought, they actually ran Jaylen Wells as the starting shooting guard next to Zach Edey, Ja Morant, Santi Aldama, and Jaren Jackson Jr. And they're running Santi Aldama at like small forward, which I actually really like. And I've said that like it works out perfect. So I think this is a very interesting fit for the Grizzlies, as he gives a wing who's able to guard multiple positions while also being able to be a really good off-ball offensive threat. That, yeah, they had Luke Kennard, but this is what Jaylen Wells is doing is what they were hoping like Jake LaRavia would do. And don't get me wrong, Jake is awesome. I really like Jake. Jake's fun to watch. But we all know that Jake's has come a little slower. Even though Jake's having a decent year this year, like, I do want to get that one through. Like, Jake is actually not having an interesting season in terms of, oh, this is going to be the year that he fully takes off, we'd hope, for a guy like Jake. But I really think Jaylen might be stealing those minutes, as Jake still struggles to shoot from three, while Jaylen is like an incredible shooter. And let me tell you about Jaylen in terms of my scouting report I had written for hoopshype.com during the pre-draft, as he was a guy coming into the NBA after last season at Wazoo. He was a guy who had averaged 12 points, 3 rebounds, 4.5 assists, a steal, a night. He shot 43% from the field, 42% from three, 83% from three. As you guys can see, he's got a quick release, incredible shooter. That form is really good. He jumps pretty high on those shots. Another thing is that he does a good job of attacking closeouts, and he makes the right read as a passer. My favorite thing, though, is how active he is as an on-ball defender. He communicates well, and he's attentive. He knows how to make the right rotations on defense. So, for me, I think those are all things that really, really, really help Jaylen Wells be able to be a guy who's actually helping the Memphis Grizzlies out in year one. Now, I do think, I mean, I could be wrong, but I do think he is a primarily catch-and-shoot player who is going to be mostly a three-point shooter. But I think he's just going ahead and, providing what you would need as a franchise in terms of three-point shooting and athleticism. I don't mean to be rude, but Luke Kennard, he was getting beat defensively a lot. Like, he's kind of a liability on the floor. And that's not me saying, oh, he's a bad player or this or that. It's just that, look, after he's a guy who's going to get headhunted. While when you have a guy like Jaylen Wells, who, he measured in at 6'6", or just about 6'7", with a 6'7" wingspan, 206, just a better athlete, bigger player. And I think that's just having a more of an effect in terms of being able to handle multiple positions. Because Jaylen can arguably guard 1 through 3, and they're playing him at the 2. The ironic thing is that, they both went to Washington State, Klay Thompson and Jaylen Wells. But, let's be honest, Jaylen Wells is, low-key got that Klay Thompson in him. It's, really fun to watch, in my opinion. But, I don't know. If you're a Grizzlies fan, do you guys agree with me, or am I overreacting that, Jaylen Wells is a great player? No, I really do believe, bro, you guys are playing him a bunch, and you really don't have injuries like that either. We all know, our boy, Mr. Cam Spencer's out, John Conchar's out, Vince Williams out with that, lower leg injury, and Marcus Smart, who's sprained his ankles out, and so is Desmond Bane, and Gigi Jackson, is out. So I guess there are some injuries, specifically at the position for Jaylen Wells. So there's still Desmond Bane and Marcus Smart to come back, which obviously we knew that, but I kind of forgot that Vince Williams would probably eat into those minutes. I don't think Cam Spencer's eating those minutes. I don't think John Conchar is eating. I think they love John, but damn, this Grizzlies team's deep. Good for them. Good for them. They've always been really good at talent evaluation. And I think they've done a really solid job of evaluating or finding players that fit what they need. So I want to hear your guys' opinions down in the comment section. What is your expectations for this season as we get closer to being in the thick of things? I mean, I think in a week or so we should be starting the NBA in-season tournament, and that looks exciting, as we'll be able to go ahead and really see some competitive games. I'm actually excited for that. The in-season tournament was so much fun. I do like that it feels like they pushed it back. I don't know why, but last year the in-season tournament felt so much earlier. I feel like it's a little later now, which I like. So, that's it. Jaylen Wells, steal the draft. Bye.